Are you excited? Your first time in the house with all our stuff? Wow, welcome to our new house. I thought it'd be fun to give you guys a tour. Tomorrow is our move-in day, and I would love you guys' ideas. So please, if you have any ideas for any space in the house, I would love to hear. This is the room that we fell in love with, that we really loved. So it's a couple steps down, so it's a little bit taller ceilings and just light. And this room is so amazing. We love it so much. And there's a fireplace, which we live in Wisconsin. So praise the Lord, that will be super fun. This house was built in 1954. So very similar to our current house actually, but this one is a little bit more mid-century in style, which is kind of fun. A lot of this house was and is original, but it was in really, really good condition. So that's really nice. Really the only two things that we did were tear up carpeting and paint. When we came and looked at this house, this whole area was cream carpeting, and then all the bedrooms, which I'll show you, were also carpeted. We were hoping that there would be wood floor underneath, and there was. So we had that, we had the wood floors all refinished, and then just painted every room. Sherwin-Williams alabaster with 75% strength alabaster. Okay, so here is our dining area and some more big windows. This home was owned by master gardeners, so it is beautiful, and we're so thankful for that. Something that we were not expecting at all in an older home, because the area we were looking is all older homes, was a first floor laundry room. So this is so awesome. I'm so thankful. And just so much storage. It's ridiculous. Like, we do not even need this much space as minimalists. So this then goes down to our basement. Steps go down to our basement, and then another door goes straight out to a 2-car attached garage, which was another thing that we were not expecting in like the area we were looking and for our budget. Like, there are a lot of really, really nice homes in this area, but even homes that are really, really nice, a lot of times don't have attached garages because they're old. So that was a huge blessing with Wisconsin winters. We went from a 1.5 detached car garage to a 2-car attached garage. So woohoo, love it. So then this is coming in off of the garage, and we have 2 full baths in this house. Here's one of them here. This had wallpaper and we had that taken down. Here is a awesome huge closet. So since this is right off the garage, even though we have a closet in the front, like, since this is where we will be coming in from, this is going to be where we keep coats and shoes for our family. And then on this side, it's not organized at all yet, so this is not about to look like the home edit. This is real life, but we have a big pantry space, which, if you guys saw my pantry makeover organization video from our last house, you know that the shelves were like this deep. They were very, very shallow. So this will be so nice, so much space, and right off the kitchen. Especially, I feel like, as my boys grow and they're probably just eating ridiculous amounts of food and having their friends over and eating a lot of food, I can store it. So here is our kitchen. It is original, very original. Look at this very vintage dishwasher. It's so old. It's like mint inside. Not mint condition, like mint in color. So I think a big part of why we were able to get this house for like within our budget was probably because the bathrooms and the kitchen are original, and I think a lot of people really, really like new kitchens. But I said to Kyle all along, like, I do not want to pay for a new kitchen unless in a house, like an updated kitchen, unless I love it. And our first apartment when we were married, and then our last house too, which I will link to a tour of that house if you want to see the house that we're moving out of. Both of those places had old kitchens. This is probably the best of all of them. So I'm used to an old kitchen, I don't mind it. I actually think it's kind of charming, and yes, someday we will redo it, but we're not in any hurry. It's super functional. We have way more space in here than we need. We're minimalist, so we have just like empty drawers and cupboards in here, which is great. We don't mind them. We can live with them, and then when we want to update them, we will save up to pay in cash, like Dave Ramsey says, and we will redo them and have them exactly how we want them to be, which will be fun. But in the meantime, we're super content. And if you're curious why there's Post-its on some of my cabinets, they all had Post-its until not long ago, but I will share more about that. I'm gonna do a video with very unique moving tips. So here's the rest of the kitchen. I have an idea here. So like you can see that this is kind of like in the way of this dine and eating space. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the doors on each side, and then it's gonna open that up, and I think it's gonna be so much better. I think it'll look a little bit cuter. You can get a little bit more light in from this side, and it'll just feel a little bit more open. This kitchen had like wood, this was wood colored paneling, and there was just so much wood going on in here. Like these floors were already here, these are fake wood, and then you've got the trim, and then you've got the wood cabinets, and then this was a different color, and I was like, oh, we just need a little bit more white in here. So it's amazing. I'm a little nervous because I feel like this kitchen is not like as bright and well lit as our current kitchen is, and I love natural light, but painting everything white made a huge difference, and yeah, I think okay. All right, let's go see the rest of the house. Share your ideas with me. This, I feel like, is gonna be kind of like the command center, like our clipboards with our tasks and, you know, mail and things like that. And this, because we don't need this space for like kitchen stuff, like all of our essential oils and like my mail basket for like outgoing mail, address book and stamps and stuff, and vitamins and medicine can all go right here in the kitchen, which I feel like is super handy. I never mentioned why we're moving. Everyone assumes that we're moving because we want more space, but like I said, we went from 1,400 square feet to 1,700, so really not that much more space. We did not move because of that. We were very happy in our last home, but the biggest reason we moved was for schools. We have put more prayer and conversation and thought than you can ever imagine into deciding what to do for school for our kids, and decided that we wanted to start with public school. And so we were living in the city of Milwaukee and did not have a public school anywhere near us because we were like right on the edge of Milwaukee. And so we moved into a different city that has like more neighborhood schools where kids walk to school, and there's only one or two classes per grade, so you really get to know the families. We feel nervous but excited to just be able to pour into our neighbors in this neighborhood, and the neighbors are awesome. We've already gotten to know a bunch of them. We're already part of the neighborhood association. There's a neighborhood block party coming up in 2 weeks that we get to be part of, and amazingly, we still have Christian schools that are within walking distance of here too, so we have that option as well. And the Christian high school that I went to, where our kids will probably go to high school, is within walking distance. So that's so special and so exciting because I can just picture like the boys' friends coming over here before football games and hanging out in our giant basement or whatever it may be. And I would say kind of the secondary reason for moving was to have a little bit closer walking proximity to some of the things that we love to walk to. We learned from living in our last house that if we are even remotely within walking or biking distance of things like the zoo or restaurants or the farmer's market, coffee shops, grocery stores, like we will walk and bike to those places. And so where we're living now, we're even closer to a lot of those places and within walking distance to a lot of things that were too long of a walk before. So we're super excited about that. All right, so we've got 3 bedrooms. This one is the smallest. This is gonna be my office. I'm so thankful to have an office where I can shut the door and just be focused on my clients. And this office has 2 full-size closets. It's ridiculous. It's so unnecessary. Oh, I forgot to show you the fun closet. We're calling this the fun closet, and Kyle and I are super excited about it. It's not fun at all yet, but there's this huge closet in the hallway, like a utility closet, I guess. And because like this house is 1,700 square feet, we had about 1,400, so it's a little bigger, and there's more storage. So like we do not really need to use this closet. So we just want to make it a fun, cozy nook for our kids, probably especially for Harry, our 4-year-old, because he and our 1-year-old are sharing a room now, which is new. So we want to just him to have like his own cozy little nook and be able to dump out all his Legos in there without his brother choking on them. So if you guys have any fun ideas for this little room, let me know. I'm thinking like wallpaper could be really fun in here, a low pile rug. I might even like attach some of those green Lego panel things, like the Lego grass essentially, like to the wall, so he could like stick stuff on there, and he can have like books and I don't know, probably like a cozy little lantern or something. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like our fun, like little spaces as a kid are just so fun. So tons more storage in the hallway here. We have like these two huge closets, and then more space underneath. If anyone knows what this is, please tell me. I have no clue. I think it pulls out farther. And then more of that here. And I think I'm gonna try keeping George's clothes, my 1-year-old, in these drawers for now because their room is right there. And for now, he's still in a crib and Harry still has a bed, and the room's gonna be a little bit tighter, so we're not gonna have a dresser in there. Harry has kind of like a plastic drawer thing for his clothes that'll go in the closet. But anyway, I'm gonna try that out and see how it works. Just so much storage. Have I mentioned there's so much storage? Okay, here is the blue bathroom. It's so blue. It's so blue. I need your ideas. Mama loves neutrals. So if you have painted tile successfully, let me know. There's just, everyone keeps saying I should paint it. There's a lot of tile in here. And then like all the all the tile in here. I just don't feel like that's gonna go well. Like that's gonna end well for us. But what I'm thinking is I might just need to kind of like embrace the brightness of this bathroom, and I feel like this would be a fun space to do wallpaper. Thankfully these walls were already white, so I did not pay to have these walls painted. They were already this color if I end up covering them in wallpaper really soon. But I feel like a bold like floral or botanical wallpaper might be fun to just kind of be like, we're going for it, and go buy some, Opal House stuff from Target because it's colorful and boho and cute. All right, here's our boys' room. So like I said, they will share. There'll be a little squishy in here. So please, send all your comments to me telling me that my kids will survive even though they're sharing a room, because part of me is like, we should give them the big room. And my husband's like, no, they'll be fine. They do have a pretty nice sized closet as well. So that'll be plenty spacious. And then this is the master. And by the way, they have a giant basement. Our house is 1,700 square feet. The basement is the same size as the house, and it's just like empty. So they have a huge basement to run around and play and literally ride their bikes. So that makes me feel a little better that they don't have their own space as far as their room. So yeah, so here is master bedroom. And pretty nice sized closets here too. They're really deep, and like I already have, this is all my stuff already in here. Like that and that's all my stuff. So yeah, that'll do. Moving day, it's here. It's time to start unloading our life into this house. So weird, so exciting, so many feelings. Movers just arrived at the new house. It only took us an hour and a half to pack up everything. So we're doing great, but man, it is weird to see all the contents of your life in one truck, basically. I'm excited, your first time in the house with all our stuff.
Okay, go in.
Okay, I can take Georgie out of here. That's heavy. Okay, let's go. What do you think? Look, all your stuff is here.
Where's my doggy?
Your other stuff is already in your closet. Georgie, what do you think? Well, that wraps up the tour. Thanks so much for coming with me. And I know, I feel a little awkward doing a home tour because I feel like, I don't know, maybe some people watch us and they're like, oh, that's a really nice house. But then I'm sure there's definitely plenty of you watching this like, oh, that house is not that nice, or I could never put up with that old kitchen or whatever. So I don't know, houses are weird, right? But I think it's so important to practice contentment with whatever you have, whatever place you're in. And I think because of the world we live in now with, TV shows and Pinterest and everything, it's so easy to always get caught up in like, what's the next thing? What's the next project? Honestly, we have no plans to do any substantial changes at all for years. We did the floors, we painted, and we're just gonna enjoy it. And the blessing of this home, because it was in such good shape, we can just move in here and we can just enjoy our family and start pouring into our neighbors, which is the reason why we moved here. So yeah, so in case you're wondering like, oh, what are the big projects? Is this like a fixer-upper? Are we gonna be doing a bunch of stuff? Nope, not for a long time. We're just gonna enjoy it and just kind of see how we live here, and maybe we'll do those things someday. So again, thanks for coming along, and make sure you subscribe. I will have a video coming soon about some kind of unconventional but genius tips for moving. So make sure you subscribe so you can check that out, and I'll see you soon.